Go. Does anyone else care for another drink?
I just might have one.
I thought you were just passing through, Cheryl.
Or was this a setup?
What?
Wasn't I supposed to walk in on this little tete-a-tete?
I was sitting at the bar, sweetheart, waiting for you, and Cheryl, who lives in the penthouse, remember?
Yes.
Was passing through, saw me sitting at the bar, and I, out of common courtesy, offered to buy her a drink.
If you must know, Tiffany, I was propositioning Sean.
So what else is new?
Honey, it was all in fun, right? Fun.
What were you doing?
Well, I didn't have enough time.
Well, I was late. You had at least 15 minutes. That should have given you more than enough time if you were any good.
You're hurt, aren't you?
I don't think you want to know what I am right now. You might not sleep well tonight, sweetie.
Which reminds me, I should be getting home, where I will be all evening in case things don't work out down here. Don't get up.
No, she does prefer the horizontal position, don't she?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, bye. Look, honey, it was perfectly harmless, believe me. Harmless. Now, the only reason I am here tonight is to patch things up with you.
Well, you know, it could have been harmless. I don't know, but that doesn't assure me. You know, and as far as this patching things up, that doesn't sound very permanent to me, Sean. Now, what is it going to be? We're either going to get down to the basics or we're going to call it off.
I don't want to call it off.
Well, then hit the basics.
Duke, did you reach anyone at the house yet?
No, but I talked to the telephone company. The phone is definitely out of order, and the blizzard last week had brought down all the lines. They're out there now trying to repair it. They'll get back to me. Are you all right? You look awfully cold.
I'm fine.
Oh, good. I just don't like Anna being at home without a telephone. Enjoy your evening, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Where's my daughter? What have you done with her? Where's Philomena?
Philomena. She's the older woman? Yes. I left her in a heap on the floor.
Where's my daughter?
Your daughter? Robin? Robin. That's some kind of a bird, isn't it? Robin. I don't have to do this. I don't have to. But I will tell you it's because Robin got away that you're here, Anna. Incidentally, the cuffs are WSB proof.
What is all this about? What do you want from us?
So many times, so little questions. Or is it so little time, so many questions?
I'm kidnapped? What is this?
A kidnap? Bingo!
Where am I?
You're in Port Charles. We didn't have to travel far.
And this place?
This place. This place. My humble abode. Yes. Yes, it's a simple little place, a bit run down perhaps, but I like to think of it as home.
And what is all this?
This fencing? Nice work, isn't it? Did it myself. This, love, is what separates you from the rest of the cellar, from the rest of the house, from the rest of the world. You see, you are in prison. You may think of this as your own private prison.
Why?
We'll get to that.
You know me?
I know you very well. I know a great deal about you.
WSB?
You were with the WSB for quite some time, were you not, Anna Devane? Oh, silly me. Silly me. Anna Lavery is now. Just as once it was Anna Scorpio.
I don't know who you are. I don't recognize you.
I'm surprised. You disappoint me, Anna. Perhaps what you need is a closer look.
Grant. Grant Andrews.
No! No! No for me. I am the real thing. Grant Putnam.
Well, I guess you didn't know I was such an expert driver. To get us here in time for a cup of tea before you got to go across the street to meet Robert at that motel.
Well, actually, I'm going across the street to meet him in his rental car. You do know your way around the outskirts of Port Charles, don't you?
Well, I was raised here for a good part of my life. Or should I say a bad part of my life?
I'm finding that harder and harder to believe.
About the bad part?
Yeah.
Well, it's true. I was a mixed-up guy. I got a lot of stuff to live down.
Do you have plans?
What kind of plans?
Are you going to stay here in Port Charles?
Well, I'd like to. You know, it's kind of tough to reestablish my law practice. When I was in Florida, aside from being a lawyer, I was involved in a lot of business down there, and I was making a good deal of money.
You want to go back?
Well, no. You know, I never really felt like I belonged in Florida. I always felt like sort of a transient.
No roots.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I belong in Port Charles, but I think there's a lot of people that wish I belonged someplace else.
We'll just give it time.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you still got plenty of time before.
Yeah.
So what is this thing with Robert? You call it a what?
Investigation. Frisco sometimes likes to call them capers.
You know, I admire you.
Really?
Well, I know how much you miss your husband, but yet, you know, you don't just lock yourself up. Your sense of excitement is sort of contagious, along with your sense of adventure.
Yeah, I like the adventure part of it. I don't know. I helped Frisco a lot when he was on the police force here in Port Charles, and Robert Scorpio is Frisco's idol, so it makes it very special to work with Robert.
You know, Robert has changed a lot since I was here.
You know, he had a personal tragedy.
Yeah, I know. I heard about Holly.
Well, he's got Robin now, and his whole life revolves around his daughter. Anybody here?
Someone there? Yes.
Oh, hello. Perhaps you could help me.
I hope so. What is it?
I read the name Marsh Kennels on the little collar. Well, this puppy, I was driving into the city, and I saw this little puppy walking along the side of the road.
On the side of the road?
Well, I had to stop and go back. Oh, the traffic was just terrible. I mean, I just couldn't leave him there. But it's a good dog. Yes, it's a...
Let me see him, please, okay?
It did come from here originally, didn't it?
Oh, yes. I know this little fella quite well.
Oh, well, would you mind taking her in, or him in, or, well, whichever. I was terribly tempted to just keep going, but I have 2 dogs at home. And...
I don't understand what he was doing loose.
Oh, you know the owner?
Yes. Well, he could have slipped out one of the open doors. I'll call the owners. Listen, thank you so much for bringing him in. There's one little girl, would have been brokenhearted if anything had happened to this dog. Thank you again.
You're most welcome. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
You. All right. Lavery. Lavery. What were you doing out on the street? Let's see.
No answer. Maybe they're all out looking for you, Jiggs.